Good morning from England. I'm here with Patch. We're here in the campsite and it's our last hour or two before we leave. Let me show Patch. Some of you were asking about seeing his face as well, because often we just see his butt when he's on Patch Patrol. Hey Patch. Patchy. Is this all we're going to get of your face, Patch? Maybe. Oh, and Patch has now decided to do what Patch does. Well, perfect timing. Just as I'm trying to show his face, and perhaps you didn't want to see those actions as an introduction to Patch. So I did manage to get to sleep at about 11 p.m. last night, and woke up at 5. I usually wake up at 5. And the stars, I opened up my blind in my motorhome, and the stars were just stunning. So I lay and watched those for about an hour. And just before I went to sleep, I'd also been looking into waterproof vlogging cameras. So I also decided that'd be a good time to investigate further. So I did a little bit of online shopping as well. Morning. And what I found was I decided to go for the DJI Action Pro. I think it's about half the price of the camera that I'm using just now, which is good because I didn't want to spend huge amounts of money. I just had this realization this weekend that I live in Scotland, you get a lot of rain, and I need a camera that's at very least rain resistant. And this new camera goes to about 20 meters waterproof. That'll be more than enough. It doesn't rain that much in Scotland that you need 20 meters. Let me show you this campsite. It's really beautiful. That move that I just did, where I'm pressing a button and the gimbal of the camera flips around 180 degrees, that won't be available in the new camera, but maybe you'll be happy about that, because it can feel a little bit discombobulating sometimes. So yeah, my plan today really is just to do all the things we do in the motorhome, including in this little block here. It's not where J.R. Tolkien lives, but you never know. Maybe he visited it at one point in his life. So I'll be like emptying the wastewater, grey water, emptying the toilet. I think in the US and other countries you might call that black water. And then also, I won't be filling up with water because I don't need to have another shower. I think I'm just going to have cereal for breakfast. I had a really big dinner. I had eggs with tons of mushrooms and cheese. And I also tried some meat-free bacon. Decided I'm not a fan of that. My digestive system has decided, also confirmed, verified, not a fan of that. But you know, sometimes you've got to try these things. And yesterday was a really gentle day. It was lovely. You saw the weather was a bit like this in the morning. You know, lovely and sunny, windy. And then I met up with Chloe and we recorded that Witchwood video. That was just incredible. Perhaps Chloe and I will share more about those experiences that we had there. They were very intense, and we also really enjoyed that we didn't have pressure. Although I took that footage, it didn't really interrupt what we were doing, and I wasn't really interested in the audio, although you might be able to hear a little bit of audio me saying the odd thing on Patches on patrol through these beautiful holly bushes. Are they holly? Maybe. Let me know in the comments. They have these really beautiful little berry-looking things. Not sure what they are. And I must admit, I absolutely adore these adventures. They are such fun. Sometimes I get a little bit, you may notice this, I get a little bit entrenched in go somewhere, do the video, film the sacred site, do psychic work with it. It can be kind of intense and if not quite addictive experience. So this, I must show you the tractor in here. This experience of, going, yes, visiting places, yes, getting some footage, but not dominating the experience, at very least at a personal level, is very, very powerful. Show you this tractor. I must admit, when I first saw it, I thought, because it's right next to the play park, I thought, oh, maybe this is like a little kind of museum piece, this tractor. It looks like it's still in use, which I love. It looks like a few things live inside it as well. Very cool. I guess when it's on private property, you don't need to have an MOT or anything, which is like an annual maintenance test for the vehicle. Ooh, look at all the apples. Whoa. There are loads of beautiful apple trees here. Yeah, I slept on this morning and went to sleep after buying a camera and I quite enjoy doing that. I don't know about you, but when I buy things, is I just put it in my basket overnight and then I just give it time to reflect. Because especially if I'm buying from an online retailer, maybe even the one I used to work for, and they say, order it within the next 15 hours or 20 hours, and like literally it makes no difference if I just wait. I don't need to buy it right now. And that makes a huge difference, right? Just putting Patches waste in the bin. Whoa, it's lost me. Hello, camera, I'm here. I'm here, hello. That's so funny. It says on the screen, subject lost. You've got Patch, he's a lot of fun. Patch is always on patrol. And these are the beautiful wee pods down here. They're gorgeous. See, I did manage to get, I don't know how many hours in total, maybe like 7 or 8 hours, maybe as much as 9, depending how you count it. Come on, Patch, let's go. Morning. And switching you around. Somewhere on the site, or near the site, there's a donkey, because we could hear the donkey yesterday, which is super loud. I think this must be the tent area here. That's beautiful. What a beautiful site. This is maybe the nicest site I've ever been to. And it has a really beautiful forest dog walk as well. It's straight ahead and you head down. Oh yeah, and after I've got all the different motorhome related things done, I will head along to reception and see if they have any food for driving. And it's mainly not because I really want to eat a lot of food while I'm driving, it's more crunchy things that help you keep awake let me know in the comments if you have a favourite driving snack. I found seeds, like sunflower seeds are really good. Nuts, but the problem with nuts is they're really filling. Patch is leading me through the backs of little bushes. Oh no, he stopped. Patch! Come on, Patchy. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Good boy. I won't go fully into the forest walk, I'll just give you a wee glance at it. It's really stunning. They do disc golf here as well, which is, I guess, like you could describe it like a frisbee that you throw into kind of these baskets around the wooded area. And I guess the challenge is that the trees are in the way. That's just stunning. And I just recorded, yeah, that's the forest walk down there. And it's lovely because when Chloe and I headed down here yesterday for a wee walk, oh wow, look. We can show you here. This looks magical. Hey, maybe we could talk to a tree too. When we were down here yesterday, oh, Patch is the wrong side of me. Excuse me, buddy. The sun was, it was sunset, so we were down this direction, and the sun was just setting like it's the witching hour just before, or golden hour as it's called, just before the sun sets, and we got some really beautiful photos there, the sunshine. Yeah, perhaps we can go and ask a couple of these trees, Patch. What should we ask them? Let me just ask for any messages. There's this one straight ahead of me that wants me to go and say hello. Come on, buddy. Come on. The other thing I do is if I wake up at 5 and I can't get back to sleep, I just meditate. So I just sit up in bed and do my meditation routine, golden protected bubble, connect with Source, connect with Mother Earth. And then after I've done it, I just go back to sleep. It's so cool. So let's just ask permission to talk to this tree. It says yes. Oh, my left ear started ringing. So just asking the tree for any messages for the highest good, love and compassion of all. The tree says, be conscious of who you borrow from. This means energy, any contracts, agreements, connections you make with others, where there's an imbalance. Always seek harmony in your balance of connections with others. And the tree saying, you know, John, he's talking to me, using me as an example and saying, thank you, tree, is saying, you know, I always treat my relationships like, and connections with people like they might die tomorrow. And what's powerful about that is that you hello, hiya buddy. Hiya. It's a big friendly dog. Yeah, I just feel that you end up in a situation where if someone might die tomorrow, you're like, there was that thing I never said. Whereas if you can say it before they die, it's so powerful, right? And I'm just having this really lovely, excited feeling in my heart. I feel the trees here like, yes, John, that's it. Which I really love. So yeah, it's a big aspect of having balance in our relationships and connections with people as well. So, for example, if you ever see me doing things for people, so for example, the free content I create, videos like this, my every second week 5D ascension classes, my free meditations, the giveaways or anything like this, any of the stuff I do, live streams, anything that I do for free, I do so not because I hope one day that, maybe you'll pay me back. I feel it's a real honor and a privilege for me to have a sustainable business where I can offer these things for free. So I feel actually I'm the one that's giving back. And of course, sometimes some of you do go ahead and book services with me, and me doing these, you tell me from these, the free content, and yet what's beautiful about that is that it means that I just don't put any effort or energy into advertising. I feel it is my advertising. So that is just a beautiful, wonderful exchange, because to put it in context, I could easily spend hours. If you got me to advertise a new service or a training course, I could spend between an hour and 3 hours in a day creating the advert, posting on different social medias, responding to questions about it. And the reality is, I'd much rather just be teaching a class or doing a live stream, because it's more enjoyable, it's more fun, and it gives to people more. Like, I don't think you really benefit so much from an advert. I already have a weekly newsletter, and that's an hour of effort. So anything I need to send you links about or services about, I can put in there. Other things I do is, whenever I'm speaking of mutual exchanges, etc., if you ever see me doing things like collaborations with people, or you see me publicly having done something for someone, I've always made it clear when I've entered that agreement, in that moment, what the kind of exchange is, so that, and the intention, so that there's no, kind of weird, unspoken, energetic debt between myself and the other person. And some people, I've been doing a lot for, especially recently, mentoring people, and I love that so much. And it's already turned, those experiences have already helped me turn it into part of my business, because it brings me so much joy. And so for people that I've invested significant energy into, I've always made it clear to them why I've done it, and it's been on a path of joy and discovery, just like my meditation message today. And I'm very upfront about what, if anything, I would request. Usually it's like a testimonial that I'd expect in return, and then afterwards I feel, if they did nothing, if we fell out and they never spoke to me again after at any point, that we'd always have done all these things on an equal footing. So whilst I'm human, and of course we can get upset with other humans and have perfectly natural reactions, I do feel that it's also important to just have a nice balance, mutual exchange with clear intentions and agreements. And I find that just so liberating. And the tree was also reminding us about the energy we give to others. So being mindful and conscious about the energy that we share with each other, that we give to each other freely or otherwise, is really important. Isn't it beautiful here? What a beautiful morning to wake up to. I feel it's going to be a beautiful drive home. It's funny, part of me just wants to get on the road and part of me just wants to leave. Sorry, wants to stay for hours. Stay another day. I miss my family, I miss my wife and son. My daughter's at university now, so I kind of always miss her wherever I am. It's been lovely to have been in touch with them. My son says that he's missed Patch the most. And we also have a Netflix series my son and I want to catch up on. There's a new series out, so excited to watch that. And yeah, I also just really enjoyed, a couple of meetups this weekend with Chloe. You saw us at the live stream, and you saw us some of that Witchwood footage, and just a really lovely feeling in my heart, when you connect with like-minded souls, and no pressure to create or collaborate, just a live stream and a nice walk. It was just stunning. You're such a beautiful dog. You're such a beautiful wee doggy. Hello. It's gorgeous. And this is our motorhome here. Never really know where this camera's pointing. I'm sure I said that last time when I walked over here. I must admit, it has been very luxurious. It's not the world's biggest motorhome, but it's certainly the most luxurious I've ever owned. And look, Patch, your bed's in here, and your food and water. Up you go. Hello, Patch. People can see your face. There you go, good boy. Mr. Patch. Giving you a pat for all the people who've been so used to seeing your butt all the time, Patch. Okay, I'm coming in. Thank you, Patch. Right, let's move your bed, because it's right in the middle. Sorry, Patch. I must admit, I love air. I'm a big fan of air. And in the motorhome, it's still a box, right? It doesn't matter how nice you describe the idea of being in a motorhome. It is absolutely a box. And so I love this fan. You might be able to hear it going on behind me. And it's just above the bed. Up here, can you see it just here? That's it there. It's currently on quite high setting, so we'll turn it down. But what I love about it is, oh look, for an active camera. Active face tracking mode. You can track my, no, not my ugly face. You can track my puffy face. Let me just turn this down a bit. Beep, beep, beep. Ah, there we go. So yeah, it's just been fantastic, and you might be able to see over here, I've got all my dishes from last night, freshly washed, Patch. And Patch has got his little expectation face on. So let me drink some water, Patch. Apologies if this comes up through on the mic. Try and shield it. Okay, and just adjusting the mic. There we go. Right, Patch needs his you move. Now, you move. Patch is an older dog. You might be able to resonate with this as a human. Oh my God. First of all, there's some chocolates. Lindor. It's like a dark chocolate. 3 of these dark chocolates. Oh my God. I might save those for the drive. The problem is you can end up having a bit of a sugar crash, right? Well, hopefully it's just the sugar that crashes, sugar levels that crash inside of you, not actually crashing your vehicle. So what this is something called U-Move. I would love this for humans, U-Move. And they're little tablets. Now Patch won't eat little tablets by themselves. So what we do is, almost dropping it, put it in a little pill crusher. So just break it in two. In case you're wondering, Patch isn't vegan, nor is he vegetarian. So I just crush this in here. Sometimes I really wonder what the purpose is of making content like this. And yet, I love it. I love watching people just doing human things. So let me know in the comments if you want to see Jon doing more human things that humans do, not just psychically talking with trees. Okay, done. And then I'm just going to put that back in the fridge because it doesn't need to be in the fridge. It's just keeping it handy because I'll know where it is. And then there's a little spoon here. So what I do is just fill up with a wee bit of water. So just to kind of wet and that water's warm, and you have to run it sometimes for just a minute. So I think what happens in this motorhome is the hot pipes and the cold pipes overlap. And so what you can get is you can get a little bit of heat when you first turn on the tap. Oh, that's quite a lot of water. Maybe I'm perfecting the art of how to just get half a teaspoonful of water, and what I'm doing is just putting it into the mix with this powder of this U-Move pill. And then we have some tasty liver treat Patch. Now he doesn't usually have this at home. It was more for ease of transportation. Usually it'd have a little bit of wet dog food. Most of the time, like many dogs, many small dogs, Patch would eat dry dog food. So it's better for his digestion. But as a treat, we'd give him the wet stuff just to help him. Because the most important thing is that he eats this, because if he doesn't eat this in a day, he does have challenges with his back. So what can happen is his whole back kind of stiffens up. And sometimes, there you go, buddy. Sometimes he will be okay without it for maybe a day. But I just feel so guilty. I feel guilty enough about his back issues, and a lot of it stemmed from, okay, I give him the most dog walks out of the family, and you might be able to tell he's with me all the time. But he did hurt his back more when he was once running with me, and then another time walking with me. And I don't know if you noticed, but when we're walking him, sometimes he pulls really hard. You ate it all up, yay! Well done. There's still bits left on the spoon. This is amazing. This is a 29-minute video. Wow. Well, it's likely too big to upload from home, so you're probably watching this Sunday night or some other time. It might even be a members only video. We'll see. Some of the driving videos will be members only. As a thank you to all my wonderful members, I do greatly appreciate you, and I'm often thinking about how to best bring you more bespoke content, and also for me not just to be hyper content creation focused all the time. Well, thank you so much for watching. Patch has eaten all his medication for U-Move, which is fantastic. I'm going to get some breakfast, do the motorhome things, check out the snacks for driving and head home. All right, it's about 7 or 8 hours home. Oh, and it's 77% on the battery. Fantastic. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Love you. Bye.